Welcome back, my lovely people. Today we're going to discuss a camera that I've been using a little more frequently. Now, if you've been a follower of this channel, you know that I primarily shoot on the Fujifilm X-T3s and X-T2s. But before that, I had shot with Sony and Nikon. I shot with Nikons for a long time, and I still do love them. So today I wanted to talk about one of their cheaper options to get into the mirrorless line. The Nikon Z30. Now, this is very much marketed as a creator kind of content camera, more video oriented with its flip out screen, the ability to bring it around to the side here. But what I wanted to discuss, as well as the video, is the stills that this camera is capable of taking. Now, it is a crop censored camera, and the sensor that is in this one is the same one as the Z50, which is I believe a 20.9 megapixel sensor, has the X-Speed 6 processor in it. Just like any of the other Nikon mirrorless cameras, the autofocus in these cameras are fantastic. They lock onto subjects great. You have the option of person and animal, and either one, it does work fantastic. I've tested it many times, and as I've said before, I used a Z5 and a Z7 II for a very long time. As far as the quality of the photos that come out of this, even with the kit 50 to 250 lens, I've been really surprised at the images that I have been able to take with this, just kind of playing around and checking it out. The only thing that I'm really not a big fan of is not having a viewfinder. I find myself using the viewfinder a lot to compose my shots, especially on brighter days. The screen on this is a very bright screen, and I haven't had any problems with seeing it in the bright sunlight. That's something I've said before that I absolutely love about my Fuji cameras, are the way the screens work on them. I've never been a fan of screens that flip down out like this. Now, for vertical shooting, they do work fine. But when I'm doing any type of overhead shots, I don't like having the screen offset from the center of the camera. I prefer my screen to be in the center here so that it's easier for me to line up the shots. I just always have an issue with when they're over here trying to get it centered. I know a lot of other photographers also struggle with that as well. I'm sure it's something that you could overcome, but I've just never been a big fan of them. And I also don't like the screen sticking out to the side. I like it being more protected, being back behind the camera. I'm not going to snag it on something. The video performance of this camera has really surprised me. Now, you don't have an option to shoot in a log format, but it does shoot 4K, uncropped, 2160p. The quality that I've gotten out of it, again, has really surprised me. Now, to get around from not having any type of log, if you do want to do more color grading to it, is to shoot in a custom flat profile. There's a lot of videos out there that can show you how to do it, but the main thing is just set it to a flat profile, bring down the sharpening and the clarity and the saturation just a little bit, and you'll get some decent video out of it that you're able to color grade. Now, with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and switch out my Fuji, pop this up so you can actually see what the video looks like. And here we are on the Nikon Z30, so you have an idea of what the video looks like. Now, with the lens that I'm using, it's a lot more punched in than what I was using on my Fuji, but this gives you a very good idea of the quality of the video. Right now I am shooting in 4K 2190p, shooting it at 1/60th with a 4.5 aperture and 640 ISO. And of course I am color grading it in DaVinci Resolve, just like I am with the Fujifilm video that was from the previous. Yeah, as far as the video, I do really enjoy it for video. I do like the flip out screen for it, so it's easier to monitor. And as you can see, the focus on it is fantastic. It tracks me anywhere I'm going. It works great. I like the tally light on it. Everything hooks up pretty easily. And another big thing for me when it comes to a camera that I'm going to be using for video is the ability to keep it powered the entire time and not rely on the battery. Right now it is currently being powered through its USB-C. And that way I don't have to worry about the battery just dying on me randomly. Now, as far as the battery life itself, when you were shooting in 4K, you get about 30 minutes of record time. I believe you do get more record time if you're shooting in 1080, but that is something to be aware of, that if you plan on shooting in 4K and not being powered on, so say you're outfield using the gimbal, something like that, make sure you have plenty of batteries. Now, the batteries for these cameras, that's one thing I've always loved about Nikon. they kept the batteries through a lot of their lines. I believe the D850 and like the D7000 series cameras all use that EL15, whatever it is, battery. You can pick up a lot of those on Amazon, the third-party batteries. I've never had a problem with at all. And you can pick them up, I believe it's like 2 of them for 60 bucks, something like that. So make sure you have enough batteries with you if you plan on shooting out in the field and just off of battery power. Now the price of these cameras. Brand new, with a kit lens, they come in for under $1,000. For under $1,000, you can get the 50-250, and I believe it is the 16-250 lens with the body. That's a hard deal to pass on. Now, when you jump into the used market, they get even cheaper. I believe on the used market, you can get it for $500 to maybe $400. You might get lucky and find one under $400, but myself, I have not seen them get that low. But still, even at that price, it's hard to beat. These are great cameras. They take fantastic images, and you can see here, I think the video on them is fantastic. It's well worth checking them out. Now, of course, if you enjoy videos like this, hit like and subscribe. I try to put out a video at least once a week. Sometimes I get a couple out. It all depends on my schedule, as I am a full-time photographer, and during the busier seasons, I don't have as much time to do these videos. Now get outside, shoot some photos, shoot some video, enjoy the weather. Get away from your screen.